MemuBot, which claimed itself as better than the Clawbot, right? Since Clawbot gets popular, like this tool also came into existence, and now it claims that it's much better and much safer and much useful than the Clawbot. Today, I will discuss about what are the use cases about this tool, how you can actually use it for your benefit, the practical real life use cases of this tool after testing it out, right? So let's go through that and see what you can do through it. Okay. And I will also tell you how good is it in comparison to the Clawbot OpenClaw, and what it you can use it for and what you can't use it for, right? So let's go into the video. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to this channel because I make the video about the AI and the AI tools and the automations and how you can use that to become more productive, to use it to make more money and to grow your business. All right, let's start with this video. Over here, I prepared this note for you. So first thing, the first practical use case, the real life use case that you can do it is data research, right? So you can use it for the data research and prospect building. So let's say you're launching any software, you're launching any product, right? You need the lead who you can sell that product, right? So you need the lead. So this can actually search, right? Based on the criteria, it can search the lead, it can collect those lead, and it can convert those lead into the proper Excel sheet structured data, spreadsheet output, and then you can use that data to sell out your service or to reach out to those people. Okay. So basically you have to understand that it can only access the public available sources, right? It can't just go beyond that. Like if it's you wanted it to access some private data, like some data which is protected beyond the logis boundary, it can't access that. Okay. So it can only access the data which is publicly available. Okay. And quality depend on the input sources. So if you look for the quality, you have to give it the public directories to it, right? Which is available have the quality of leads, right? Like for example, if you wanted to sell something, you can, if you are doing the B2B, you can check the yet.com or any other public directory that is available. It can extract the data from there. Okay. Now it reduces the repetitive research work. You don't need to do it yourself. You don't need to hire someone else to do that. You can simply do this MemuBot, put it on the task and let it do the work, right? Now, what is the second thing that it can do? It can create the structured content and it can prepare the report for you. So let's say you wanted to create the content like every week you wanted to write the blog post for you. You don't need to like schedule. I mean, you don't need to ask it every week to do it for you. You can simply give it a task based on all your data. You have to basically give the input as well. So once you give it input, it can create the structured content for you every week. It can automatically, based on your data, right? It can process. So this is another thing. This is another input, right? So if you want to generate it like weekly content for you, it can do that, right? Give it one time task, let generate, write me the blog post every week. It can do that for you. Or if you want to generate the report based on the raw data, it can just take your raw data, convert it to the using the AI process to organize the organized output, right? It can generate like a summaries, trend reports, right? Weekly blogs. So, what you have to do, like what it will do, you can simply put those data on your laptop. It can access it through your data on your system and can generate the output, the organized output, the research, the reports for you through that. And which is a pretty useful case because if you have the kind of a lot of data that you wanted to analyze, instead of doing that yourself, you can simply collect all those data in one folder in your system and let this AI, this MemuBot do the task for you. That will save you a lot of hours, lot of hours in the researching and analyzing. It will save you that. And once you get the analysis report, you can simply monitor that and see the real trend and the real actual the growth angles over there. Okay. Third thing that it can do and which I feel is pretty useful is file processing and categorization. So we basically like when we get our system, we put a lot of different files, we download lot of different data, and not everyone organize it. If you look in my system, in the downloads folder, it's very messy because it has lot of different files that I download regarding my work purpose and all of that. And now it's very messy. If I wanted to organize it, it is very time taking thing. But instead of I do that, I can simply let the MemuBot do the task for you. So it can simply go on my folders, check and organize those files and properly structure them in a proper folders with the proper categories and all, right? It will save you a lot of time to organize your whole system. It can create the files, delete the files, like it can do all those tasks, but it don't going to do that like deleting those files for you. So basically, in terms of the safety, I feel MemuBot is more safe because when it comes like to access the files, it not just basically go and access your file and do something wrong with that. It keeps it more secure, and it will also ask you take your permission before doing any kind of activities on that, right? So you have to first tell that definitely that what you want it to do. Okay. Now another thing is like code support and iteration. So if you, let's say you wanted to write any kind of like code, you wanted to generate a blog, landing page, right? You can simply ask it. It can write the code. It can generate the website for you, right? So give it a problem. It will give you the suggestion, testing and refinement, and it can generate the websites, the landing pages, or any kind of software as well. Not full software architecture. It can also do, but it will consume a lot of tokens. So definitely, if you wanted to generate the software architecture, I would say you need a lot of heavy token amount for that. So I would suggest for that you can choose the Replit like softwares or any other softwares that actually is more capable for the coding part. It can also do that for you, but then you have to need a lot of tokens. So you have to like, it will increase the cost for you. So if you're okay with that, you can definitely use MemuBot as well. My suggestion, don't go for the heavy coding part through MemuBot, which does not make sense because it will just cost you more. Instead of use the other coding based softwares, coding the AI softwares that provide you vibe coding, right? That will help you much more over there and save you cost. Now it can also do the background monitoring and give you the alerts. So let's say you wanted to check like what is your competitor price, like if your competitor increasing the price, decreasing the price, and do something like that, change on their websites, or something is going on in your industry, it can check that for you, right? So it can keep monitoring the industry and can give you the alert, right? So let's say you wanted to check what's going on in your industry, if something that is relevant over there that you need to know, it can keep checking, keep monitor that, and then it will give you the alert on the basis of what's going on, right? It will definitely consume the tokens on that because it keep running in the background. On you definitely need not to run it all the time, so you can give it instructions like every day you can run it like this time, go and check the what's going on in the industry, research that and do this and that. So basically one time every day it will cost you, but it's not that much, and it will very helpful if you wanted to be in the top of the market, in the top of your industry, and see what's going on. So you keep on the race, like you be on the top of the industry race, right? It's very useful for that purpose. Okay. Now next thing is like reminders and recurring tasks. If you wanted to set the reminders for yourself, like doing the recurring task, that deadline alerts, follow-up prompts, it is pretty useful for that. It can give you the reminders on your personal Telegram or the Slack or the Discord, and like it will keep you on top with that. So you can tell it like what all the things that you are doing, right? It can monitor that for you, and it will keep update you if something is not done or done, right? So you can also connect it with your Notion, and if something is not done, it will give you alert on that, right? Like this is a task that you put on your task list. It's not done yet, and it will update you on that purpose. Okay. So what MemuBot actually is like AI brain, persistent memory, automation layer, and it can also perform your some of those important or some of those very useful, right, tasks for you, like the core support, background memory alert, right, file processing, structured content, and reporting, data research. Now, if I compare this with the OpenClaw, right? So in comparison to this, I would say MemuBot is not that much uh, high performing thing right now. OpenClaw is definitely is like at another level. It can do much more things for you because it can access your computer, can access your complete browser, do all kind of research in the backend, all kind of things. Now at the same time, when we compare the OpenClaw and the MemuBot, when it have a lot of access, it also has a lot of insecurity over there, like a lot of risk, lot of data. Data security risk, right? But with MemuBot, what I saw, the security is much more higher over there because it don't just go by itself and like do something on behalf of you without letting you know. So every time, even you ask it like access your tool or access your account and you give the logins, it will alert you. It will tell you don't do that because it's not safe. I mean, like this tool itself alert you instead of OpenClaw, just go and use it, right? And it will like access all your computers, like it can automatically do the file deletion, addition, and all things like that. And in terms of that, like MemuBot actually is more safer, but it have a limit. It can't just go beyond right now. It can't do everything that OpenClaw can do for you, right? Because OpenClaw is much more advanced because it actually runs on your terminal, right? And MemuBot is like a software audio system. it is different, right? So I would say if you want to test it out, you can go with that. You can give the try. You can, if you have some real world use cases that you wanted to try out, you can use that software. It's not that bad, and it's like more safer than OpenClaw. But you have to make sure, like if you download some kind of skills from the GitHub for the MemuBot, no one can promise like what those skills, like the code on those skills contains, right? So if you download any kind of a skill, that person who created that skill is contain any kind of malicious code, no, I can't promise that it is good, right? So you can definitely try it out, but there is no safety, neither is for the OpenClaw, neither for the MemuBot when you download the skills from the GitHub or from other sources and think that it will everything will be good, because you don't know what is in the code. Maybe it's safer, maybe it's not. It depends on the person who created that code. So when you download any kind of skills, just make sure like those skills have the good reviews. People give it the good reviews already, then it's more safer for you. So I hope you like this video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe this channel. And if you wanted to join my AI membership where I talk more about the AI every week on the weekly calls, you can join a membership. I talk about the AI that can help you to grow your business, to be more productive and save you more money, right? I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. Take care.